Hello again, 102ers. Hopefully this is the second video you've watched from me so far, because that introductory video, which was listed first in the announcement, will help you get ready for the semester. If this is the first video you're watching, stop right now and go watch the intro. No, seriously. It'll make life so much easier. Go do it. Oh good, you're back. So before we jump into it, I do have a very important announcement to make, and yes, I'm actually trying to be serious this time. These videos I film every week are not meant to be a full lecture of the material. I will not record myself droning on for 80 minutes to discuss the material that you're supposed to cover. These videos are meant to be a quick introduction to the material, a bit of guidance where I see that students from the past have gotten confused, and a bit of explanation on what's coming up. I hope to never have any videos close to 20 minutes in length, although it does happen. These are meant to get you moving forward. Obviously, if there are any questions you ever have about the material, either in the video for the week or just in general, please reach out to me and ask. Everyone's heard there are no stupid questions, but I disagree. The only stupid questions are the ones that you are too afraid to ask, and they go unanswered. Answering questions is quite literally my job description. So please don't just assume that you know what's going on. Verify that you know what's going on, okay? Okay. So, let's jump into it, shall we? What you're seeing here is a bit of the video that you are hopefully watching right now. We've got the Brightspace introduction that you should have already looked through. And then we have the video chapter listing. Every video that I post on here like this will always have a video chapter listing. So if you already know where the announcements are, but you have no idea what the calendar widget is, you might want to click on this link here. It'll take you right to that section of the YouTube video, okay? That's what will help. This is a direct link to the video itself. That works as well. Once you're through that, then we have the weekly video. Now, every week you're going to have one video. That's it. Just one video. Except this first week, you have two. But every video, I also have all of this material here, okay? So, video chapter listings, it tells you how long it is. As you can see, last semester, the video was almost 30 minutes long because I kind of went into a few more things. I've split that out, though. And then underneath the video chapter listings, we have a preview of the big assignment coming up. In Unit 1, it's the Exploratory research essay. It's not due for a couple of weeks, so you can get ahead of yourself if you want, or you can just kind of wait until it happens. The material that you're going to review or read for the week is going to be in the Getting Started folder, including the Student Resources and Tutorial subfolder. All of this information is right in there if you want to take a look at it, okay? And then we have the course material itself. What is an exploratory research essay? Using CREDO, what makes a debatable thesis or academic topic, stages of debate in topic selection, understanding plagiarism. And then, yes, I do have a video about topic selection that is long, but it is helpful, okay? That's why this video is going to be a little bit shorter, because I split that out. So, the things that you have to complete this week, pick a topic. That's going to be part of your homework anyway. Create a contact for me in your mobile device that includes my name, my email, my Google Voice number, and the Zoom meeting in case you have a question. All of this information can be found right here on the instructor information page. Read and follow the instructions on setting up your Brightspace profile and customizing notifications, and that way you will be able to see, is it up there? Yep. You'll be able to see your face next to your name, and I can see your face and know what you look like, especially because this is an online class. I'll never see you otherwise. Now, getting down to the important stuff. The assignments. There are 2 due dates this week. The first due date is Wednesday, February 12th by midnight, 11:59 p.m. Eastern. You have to do the academic integrity quiz. We're going to talk about that later on in the video. Read the Understanding Plagiarism document first, then do the quiz. The quiz will not take you very long. You can knock this out in 10 minutes. But this will establish your starting attendance in the class. If you do not do it, you may actually be dropped from the class. Do not screw this up. It's very easy, okay? The other assignment is due by normal, which is Sunday, February 16th, 2025 this time. And it's going to be the brainstorming discussion board. Make sure to watch this video, which I hope you are, as well as the selecting an appropriate topic to see the topics that are disallowed, so that way you don't stumble onto them. And then down here under the attachment, I've got the actual exploratory research essay, directions, and sample. All of this information is in the announcement, and every announcement is going to have all that information, but it's not going to be nearly this long. So let's take a look at the masterclass schedule. So because you are just starting, all the information we need is right here at the top. Convenient, isn't it? So, I won't get ahead of myself, so let's start from the top. Week 1A is, again, that understanding plagiarism. If you click on that link there, you will see this page. It is not very long at all. And you know what? We'll go over it in just a second. Or, I don't know, maybe I can go over it right now. I hate to be so dismissive about this, but plagiarism is exactly what you think it is. Academic theft and or cheating. I can sum up this entire page by just saying, do your own work. If you copy and paste, you're cheating. If you get someone to write your paper for you, you're cheating. If you're reusing other papers, you're cheating. If you get generative AI to write all or part of your paper for you, you are cheating. Just do your own work, because plagiarism is using someone or something else's work and not giving it or them the proper credit. So once you get through this page, you are going to go over here to the academic integrity assignment, which is this quiz. Once again, in directions, I remind you to read this first. It doesn't take you very long. If you would like to review the official college policies on academic honesty and academic integrity, I've linked them for you. Here's the directions again. Hey, look, I'm asking you to read this document. Make sure you do it. If you want to download it, here are 2 copies for you, okay? Once you're ready, go down here, click Start Quiz, and off you go. It's not going to take you very long. Just answer in complete sentences, and you'll be in great shape. As a reminder, this has to be done by the end of day on Wednesday, February 12th. If you do not do this, you will probably be dropped from the class. No, I'm not kidding. This is a federal guideline which I have to follow. It's set forth by the business office trying to stay in compliance with federal lenders for student monies designed to pay for college. I have absolutely no say in this, so just get it done ASAP. As for the rest of this, well, this is all going to be due by Sunday. Reading this, watching this video, going to this page, and completing this. But you know what? Let's go through this step by step. Let's start off with, what is an exploratory research essay? In what is an exploratory research essay, you are introduced to our first major essay, the exploratory research essay. Duh, right? Now, you can read through this page if you want and take a look. Oh, they don't have it here. That's great. Okay, cool. But I'm going to try to explain it a bit more briefly and easily. This essay is almost like telling the story of your research. You're going to establish your semester's topic and then discuss your approach to that topic. This is to both understand your chosen topic a lot better and show your readers that you aren't just tossing words at a page. In all honesty, it's actually a really great first assignment which leads to your final paper at the end of the semester. Why? You need to illustrate that that it is a debatable topic and why it's actually debatable to begin with. Stating, I am writing about cancer, is terrible. There's no debate. Show me one person who says, well, cancer's okay. No. Stating, I am writing about why the government should subsidize cancer treatments to avoid having private citizens go bankrupt due to the rising healthcare costs, is absolutely debatable, because there's an argument there. So this paper helps you understand that there needs to be multiple angles to this discussion. So on this page, there's some good pieces of information, but I'm going to provide a comprehensive directions and sample packet for each unit's essay. Obviously, starting with this one. So you'll be able to look at that as your unit Bible, so to speak. Sounds good? Great. Moving on. Well, I mentioned that you're going to be finding a topic, right? So you might be able to find a topic using CREDO. So by clicking on this page here, you will see this. And you can go through and find, and you can go to the CREDO reference page here. There is another better way to do it. If you go to the Delaware Tech portal page, go over here to Student Success Toolbox, and then find Library. Clicking on that, the entire center section is databases. The ones that we usually use are CREDO, EBSCOhost, New York Times, and CIRS. CREDO can show you all manner of subjects and ideas and source material. So if we click on leadership, okay, you can see we're talking about the abolition movement, authoritarianism. We can talk about corporate governance and so forth. All this information is there. It's more to the point of source material than anything else. The related concepts, you got the mind maps here. You can click on it and it'll recenter. Truthfully, I think CREDO is kind of a waste of time. I'm not a huge fan of it. But for some reason, somebody downstate loves this so much. So you can go through and pay attention to it. That's fine. They have a video. Where is the video? No, they don't. Do they? I thought they did. Okay. They used to have a video on how to do it. But all the information's here. Again, personally, I'm not a big fan of CREDO. I like CIRS much better, and I like EBSCOhost the most. So using this, you might be able to narrow down some ideas for your topics. What I want to do is I want to show you, if we click on CIRS, it'll load. I should have preloaded this. Sorry. And then you can see actual topics that are already here. For example, let's click on homework. It is a leading issue, which means it's going to get a lot of information, and it gives you a full summary of the idea behind the topic itself. Then it gives you at least 2 viewpoints along with research questions. There's always going to be some sort of an editorial cartoon, which is an old person's meme, if you will. Some critical questions that you can use to further your knowledge. A wonderful timeline of where things started and where things are going. And then if you're not completely sure that that's where you want to go with it, you can take a gander at some of the related leading issues as well, like cheating, or character education, or cursive writing, standardized testing, educational standards. These are all great too, okay? But all of that just gets us to the idea of, why am I spending so much time on this? You've written papers on topics before, but now I want you to think of debatable topics, okay? Because debatable topics are very, very important. In what makes a debatable thesis or academic topic, we start to figure out the parameters of those directions. This is actually not a bad page at all because it does hit all the high points. Make sure your chosen topic is debatable. It must have a solid argument behind it. Make sure you are assertive. That means you are stating a specific direction in your research. You're not just bringing up something that might sound controversial with no hope of siding with either camp. Make sure you are reasonable with the topic. You can't let your heart lead, and you have to be able to back up your ideas with solid material. There we go. There we go. Little behind myself here. Hence, it must be evidence-based. There we go. An argument without evidence is not an argument. It's an assertion, and that's just a pointed opinion. No bueno, muchachos. Finally, it has to be focused. Don't just say the United States tax code is confusing. No kidding. What specifically are you going to tackle? Now, before we get deeper into this, I want to tell you what topics you cannot do, okay? After close of 20 years of teaching this class, I have a small list of topics that are problems. I will never assign a failing grade because I disagree with your findings. Well, actually, no, I will. Yeah, no. You will fail if your findings are terrible. However, I will never assign a failing grade if I disagree with your opinion, okay? Just because I might be on the other side of you does not mean that you can't change my mind. That's what I meant to say. But you will not do well if you cannot support your ideas. That's where this issue comes in. All of the topics that make me angry, all of the topics that don't work, all of the topics that I've seen fail miserably time and time again that everybody wants to do because they're so easy to do even though they're not. These no-go topics, these no-fly zone topics, they are all clearly explained in the other video that I have linked in the announcement and the schedule. It's called Selecting an Appropriate Topic. Yes, it's nearly a half hour, so I highly recommend that you take the time to go view that one next. Trust me, it will help you greatly. There's only like 7 or 8 topics on there that you cannot do, but they're pretty commonly known topics, and I tell you why you can't do them. Okay? Okay. If you're not so sure about what a debatable thesis or academic topic is just yet, go over here. Here's the video I was just talking about. And down here is a link to a page that originally I couldn't stand. I thought it was terrible. I thought some of the sources they put on there were terrible, the topics. But then a couple of my colleagues and I kind of got our fingers into it, and we turned it into pretty much a work of art. So I'm actually quite proud of this. As you can see here, all these accordion boxes can be clicked to expand. Don't tell me, I want to write about animal rights. What about animal rights? This is a very popular topic. Breed bans, okay? Vegetarianism and veganism is a terrible topic, however. I couldn't argue against that from my colleagues, but every time I see this, the person who writes the paper on this is always opinionated. There's really no solid fact behind it. So we're giving you possible topics to start with, and then some possible research questions. You want athletics? Great. Just don't write about student athletes should be paid. I am so tired of that topic. Business. Culinary arts. Food waste is huge lately. I'm seeing that 2 or 3 times a semester. Education. We're talking about teacher shortages. We're talking about mental health care in schools. We're talking about homework. Look at all of these sample research questions we have out there. All of these topics you can go through. I'm not telling you to choose one, but if you have some ideas, you might look at it and say, oh, this one's a little bit better, or this one focuses me a little bit easier. That works nicely. The last document to go through today is Stages of Debate in Topic Selection. Clicking on that takes us over here. And honestly, it's very helpful to understand that your argument must be a multifaceted, debatable topic. It's not just a Chevy versus Ford or an Eagles versus Cowboys argument. There's more to it than just a quick, angry finger-pointing match. Unfortunately, the person who created this page focused on a lot of abortion, which was original. Yeah, there's abortion. There it is. That's one of the things that really started the page, but then somebody came in and kind of cleaned it up, and the only problem that I kind of see with this page is it is incredibly detailed. I know who wrote it, and I know how her mind works, and I know how wonderful and how smart she is, and she really, really, really went into detail here. So basically, if you want to take a look at this and figure out how many different places you can drill down on your topic, this is the page to go to, okay? But honestly, I want you to go through and figure out which topics work the best for you, okay? The specific portion of each section, they're actually quite helpful in determining the nuances of your topic. If you can explain it in a couple of words, it's probably not a good, solid topic. I'd like to see a much stronger discussion of it. Okay, good. So think about your topics really, really hard. Put some effort into it because you'll be using these topics for the next 11 weeks. Now, there are 2 assignments this week. This one we already covered, which is due by Wednesday. And then this one here is the discussion board. Clicking on that takes us over here. And this one's a bit more involved than the quiz. I have used a version of this for longer than I can remember. I want you to explain what your ideas are in a bit of detail to gauge the interest of the class. You'll post an initial thread using these bullet points here, but do not write it in bullet point format. Write it in a paragraph. And I actually wrote a sample for you so you can see it. Clicking on here will show you, hey, look, this is what I did. This is my introductory sample. Do not reply to it. So here we have the information that's very clear. I'm telling you exactly what I want to do and why I want to do it. Great. So as you go through this, you can start a new thread and put your information in here. Again, focus on these 4 bullet points, but do not write it in bullet point format. Give it to me in a paragraph or 2, okay? And when you're done, you are going to reply to 2 of your peers' posts. Try to explain what you like or don't like about their topic. What experience do you have with it? What advice do you have for them? Don't just say, good job, or that sucks, because this is a writing class. Give me some understanding of why you like it or don't like it. I've also wanted to tell you that you need to reply to 2, not just 1. And replying to your own to say thank you to somebody does not count, okay? So, please make sure that you get this done. Give me actual language instead of emojis and grunts. And that's the week, kids. Hopefully, this wasn't as painful as you expected. It's actually about 10 minutes shorter than my last one. So that's good. Couple this with the chapter listings at the bottom when you see it, and you will be able to get through these very quickly. Plan ahead, email me when you need me, and I'll be looking forward to seeing your topics by next Sunday. Make sure to get those quizzes in by Wednesday, though. Have a great week. Stay safe. Go Birds. See ya.